Good morning, one and all. Is my voice audible? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, this is Anita M, research scholar from Department of ECE. I am going to handle digital electronics for you people. So, there are two subject code. One is for third year and one is for final year. The code is different, but syllabus is same for all. So, this is the syllabus of our digital electronics subject. In this, we have 5 units. The first unit is Boolean algebra. In this, we are going to see number system, conversion of number system, sum of product, product of sum, simplification of Boolean expression, and implementation of Boolean expression using universal gates. Anyone tell what is universal gate? Anyone? Correct. NAND and NOR. Very good. So, in second unit, we will discuss combinational logic circuit. Actually, what is combinational logic circuit is? It is a circuit. It consists of input and output. For example, take adder. So adder is a circuit. In this, we are going to apply 2 and 3 as input. So it can produce the output as 5. So in this combinational circuit, the output 5 depends only on present input, that is 2 and 3. So this is combinational logic circuit. In this, we are going to discuss memories, random access memory, read-only memory, and basic circuits, adder, subtractor, encoder, decoder, multiplexer. The next unit is sequential circuit. So what is sequential circuit? It is also a circuit. In this, the output depends on present input and also the past output. So for example, take lift as example. In lift, you want to go to second floor. So you press the button. So pressing the button is input and go to second floor is your output. So in order to go to that second floor, the lift need its stage, that is where it is. If the lift is in first floor, it goes up. If the lift is in third floor, it goes down. So the output that is goes to second floor is present input, that is pressing the button, and also the past output, that is where the lift is. So this is sequential logic circuit. So in order to store that past output, we need memory. Latches, flip-flops are memory storage element, and counters. So take another example, counters. Counter means a circuit, it counts up or down, depend upon our application. So if the counter is in 5, so you need to count to 6. So in order to go to 6, the counter needs its previous count number, that is 5. So this is also an example for sequential circuit. In this, 3 different counters are available: a synchronous counter, asynchronous counter, and modern counter. Then the fourth unit deals with synchronous circuit analysis and design. So what is synchronous circuit? In synchronous circuit, we are applying clock pulse simultaneously to all the circuits. For example, take adders. Suppose 5 adders are connected sequentially, seriously. So the clock pulse is being applied to all the adders, that is synchronous circuit. Then next one is asynchronous circuit. In this circuit, the clock pulse is applied to first circuit, that is first adder, and the output from first adder is being applied to second adder. So that is asynchronous circuit. We will discuss more in 4th unit about this. In this, we have two things. One is we are going to design synchronous circuit, and we are going to analyze the output of synchronous circuit. In this, we have state tables and state diagrams. Next unit is logic family. So what is logic family? Every digital circuit applications, for example, take mobile phone, laptop. In this, we are seeing ICs. Generally, what is inside the IC? It is based on digital circuit technology. So in order to function a IC, it needs some digital circuit implementation. So based on 5 components that is available in our electronics, that is transistor, diode, resistor, inductor, and capacitor. So in this unit, we are types of logic families that are available to manufacture a IC. So this is a syllabus for unit 1. General introduction. Signals. So signal is a function that conveys some information. In other ways, we can say that it is different to time. So for example, take temperature variation. Assume in our institute we are going to measure temperature from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So if we measure the temperature from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock and plotted it with respect to time, we get some signal. So this is one of the example of signal. Then calculation of rainfall at particular place over a certain period. It is also an example for signal. Next one is light intensity variation. What we are seeing in TV, television, it is a picture. So it is also a light intensity variation. That is one of the example of signal. Then heartbeat variation. Signal is, there are 2 types of signals available. One is analog signal, another one is digital signal. So what is analog signal? A signal which varies continuously. Say continuously with respect to time. So in this continuously various signal, we can get any value at any time within the interval it is specified. So example, see this signal. It is one of the example of analog signal. We can measure value at any point. This point, any point we can measure. So this is called analog signal. Next one is digital signal. So a digital signal means which varies only at discrete interval of time. We can get value 1 at a specified interval of time. So this is the example of digital signal. So we can get value from this point, next to this point, next this point. So we cannot get continuously the values in digital signal. So this period is called sampling period. Take the temperature variation example. So if digital signal means we can measure temperature only at 9, 9:15, 9:20, 9:30 depend on our application. But in analog signal means we can measure temperature at any point, 9.001, 9.002. So this is difference between analog signal and digital signal. So this is the symbol for NAND gate, but in digital electronics laboratory or any other digital signal application, we are seeing gates, logic gates in the form of IC only. So how the IC is manufactured? So this is process of manufacturing the IC. First, silicon from sand is extracted, then silicon wafer is prepared, then circuit transformation process. So this one is symbol for NAND gate. Then this one is equivalent circuit. This equivalent circuit is being implemented in this circuit transformation process. Then only it can able to process the NAND gate. So finally we can get digital IC. In fifth unit we will see elaborately this NAND gate operation in this transistor diode circuits. So this is the example of IC. This is for NAND gate. So in this 4-pin IC, it consists of 4 NAND gate. So this is the truth table of NAND gate. So these are all the examples of digital circuits. Memory card, RAM memory. So traffic light controller is also one of the example of digital circuits. Then digital watch, washing machine, everything is digital circuit only. Without digital, nothing can. So this one is also an example of digital circuit. Then we will move on to logic gates. So these 3 gates are called basic gates. So AND gate, OR gate and inverter. So first one is AND gate. This is the symbol for graphic symbol for 2 inputs. And get F, that is output. This is the algebraic function of this AND gate. So if we apply in AND gate, if we apply 0, 0 as input, it produces 0 as output. So it resembles the process of multiplication. So if it is our input is 0, 0, then we can get 0 as output. Then if the inputs are 0 and 1, the output is 0. Then the inputs are 1 and 0. Here also the output is 0. Then if we apply 1, 1 as input, we can get 1 as output. So this is AND gate. Next one is OR gate. This is the graphic symbol for OR gate. So this is algebraic function. So this OR gate resembles the function of adder. So if we add 0, 0, it can produce 0. If we add 0 plus 1, we can get 1 as output. Then 1, 0 means 1 as output. Then 1, 1 means we get 1 as output. So next one is inverter. Not, otherwise it is called a NOT gate. So if you give input as 1, it produces 0 as output. Then vice versa. So this is NOT gate. So these 2 gates are called universal gates. Why it is called universal gate? We can implement any circuit, any design with only NAND gate or NOR gate. So it is called universal gates. So this is the symbol for universal NAND gate. This is the algebraic function. This is the truth table for NAND gate. So if we apply 0, 0 as input, it produces 1 as output. Then 0, 1 as input, then it produces 1 as output. Then if we apply 1, 0, it will produce 1 as output. Then 1, 1 means it produces 0 as output. So next one is NOR gate. This is the symbol for NOR gate and this is the equivalent equation. Then this is the truth table for NOR gate. If you apply 0, 0 as input, it will produce 1 as output. Then 0, 1 means 0 as output, 0 means 0 as input, and 1 means 0 as output. So these are some special gates. XOR or exclusive OR. Next one is exclusive NOR or XNOR. This is the symbol for XOR. Then this is the equivalence equation. So this is for NOR and for using this symbol for these special gates. So in this, if we apply 0, 0 as input, we can get 0 as output. Then 0, 1 as input means we are getting 1 as output. Then 1, 0 means we are getting 1 as input. Then 1, 1 means we are getting 0 as output. Next one is NOR gate. So here also, if you give 0, 0 as input, it will produce 1 as output. 0, 1 means it will produce 0 as output. 1, 0 means 0 as input, 1 as input, 1 as output. So these are all some Boolean laws and theorems which are used for simplification of Boolean expressions. So first one is idempotency law. So x plus we can write if x the same variable. If x plus x means we can write x. Here also this is duality. So x dot x means if it is x dot x means we can write it as x. So this one is idempotence law. Second one is annulment, null element. So okay, x dot 0 we can get 0. Then x plus 1 means we can get 1. We can replace plus 1 as 1 in Boolean expression simplification. Next one is evolution. So if the function is in x dash whole dash, we can write it as x alone. So next one is identity. So if the function or expression is in x dot 1 means we can write it as x. Then x dot 0 means x plus 0 means we can write it as x. So next one is complement. So x dot x bar means it is equal to 0. Else x plus x dash means this value means value is 1. So this is complement. Then associate law. So if the variables are in form of x dot I dot z means we can replace this with this term x dot y dot z. Similarly in duality, if function or expression is in x plus y plus z, it is in the form means then we can replace it with x plus y plus z. This is associate law. Next one is distributive law. So in this, if the function is in the form of x dot y plus z means we can write this expression into some other form, that is x dot y plus x dot z. So this x dot y plus z can be replaced with x dot y plus x dot z. So similarly in duality, if the function is in x plus y dot z, then we can write it as x plus y dot x plus z. Next one is commutative law. So here, if the function is in the form of x dot y means we can write it as dot x. Similarly, the function is in the form x plus y means we can write it as y plus x. Next one is De Morgan law. So two variable x plus so x dot y the whole bar means we can write it as x bar plus y bar. Similarly, If the function is in x plus y, the whole bar means we can write it as x bar dot y bar. Similarly, in duality, so if the function is in x plus y, we can write it as x dot y. Then x dot y means we can write it as x plus y. Next one is absorption law. So here, if the function is in the form of x dot x plus y, we can write it as x. Then if the function is in the dot y, we can write it as x. Next one is consensus law. So xy plus x bar z plus y z can be rewritten as xy plus x bar z. So similarly in duality, we can write it as if the function is in x plus y, then x bar plus z, then y plus z is in the form can be replaced with x plus y and x bar plus z. Next one is simplification. The function is in the form x plus x bar y can be replaced by x plus y. Similarly, if x dot x bar plus y can be replaced with xy. So next one is logic adjacency. This is combination logic. So here we can write xy plus xy bar means we can write it as x. Similarly, x plus y bar we can write it as x. These are some of logics that can be used for Boolean expression simplification. Okay. Any doubts? Okay. With this, we end the session. Thank you.